She looked innocent when he met her. Gentle voice, soft laughter, eyes that promised warmth. But what he didn't know was that behind those eyes lived a storm. Quiet, controlled, and deliberate. That's the part of female psychology most men never see. Not because it's hidden, but because it's masked behind emotion. You see, a woman doesn't always fight with words. She fights with silence. She doesn't always dominate with strength. She dominates with emotion. And her power is not in what she says, but in what she makes you feel. At first, she made him feel wanted. Every text, every glance, every smile felt like sunlight. She'd look at him with that delicate mix of admiration and mystery, the kind that makes a man forget his own worth. And when he finally thought he had her, she pulled away. No explanation, no closure, just distance. And that's when the real game began. Because in dark female psychology, distance is not rejection, it's control. It's the art of creating emotional hunger. She knew that the moment she disappeared, his mind would spiral, replaying every detail, every conversation, wondering what went wrong. That's how she owned him, not by being there, but by being gone. Every woman has a shadow, a part of her that knows how to play with emotion like an artist plays with paint. Some do it consciously, others instinctively, but make no mistake, it's there. When she laughs at your jokes, when she mirrors your tone, when she touches your hand and pulls away a second too soon, it's not random, it's rhythm. An emotional dance built from centuries of evolution. Psychologists call it intermittent reinforcement. It's what creates obsession, that unpredictable pattern of love and withdrawal. One moment she gives you affection, the next she becomes cold. And your brain, desperate for the warmth again, keeps chasing it. It's the same mechanism that makes people addicted to gambling, drugs, or dopamine, except this time the drug is her. Women don't always seek power in obvious ways. Their mastery lies in emotional subtlety, in how they read people, decode micro-expressions, sense weakness, and shift tone to influence outcomes. It's not manipulation in the way movies show it, loud or cruel. It's quieter, softer, a perfectly timed sigh, a tear. A moment of vulnerability that disarms every bit of logic inside a man's mind. Because here's the truth, emotion is the most powerful form of persuasion. And women are wired to understand it better than anyone else. They don't need to shout to be heard. They just need to feel. And once they feel, they can make you feel too, exactly what they want you to. The man in this story thought he was strong. He thought logic could protect him. But logic doesn't survive when the heart is involved. She started appearing in his dreams, not physically, emotionally. Every word she once said now echoed in silence. Every smile she gave now burned with meaning he couldn't escape. That's how dark female psychology works, and it's not about physical power. It's about emotional imprinting. Once she leaves her mark on your mind, she doesn't need to stay. Her absence does the work for her. You keep searching for the woman who once looked at you like you were everything, but that version of her never existed. It was created to draw you in, to make you feel, to test how far you'd go for something that felt real, but never was. But here's the paradox. Not every woman who uses these patterns is malicious. Some do it out of fear, some out of protection, some simply because they were once broken themselves. A woman who's been hurt learns how to control love before love controls her. She learns how to build walls with charm, how to smile while hiding pain, how to stay mysterious because vulnerability once cost her everything. That's the dark feminine, not evil but deeply defensive. Her manipulation isn't always cruelty, sometimes it's survival. When you study female psychology, you realize something powerful. Women crave emotional connection, but they also crave security. And when a woman doesn't feel safe, she creates illusions to protect herself. That illusion could be love, it could be coldness, it could be perfection. She'll give you a version of herself that fits your fantasy, but only until she knows who you truly are, then she tests. Not to destroy you, but to see if you can survive her truth. Because deep down, every woman wants to be understood, not just desired, but only a few men ever reach that level. Most fall for the mask, not the mind. They chase her beauty, but never touch her soul. That's why when you meet a woman who seems too perfect, too mysterious, too emotionally magnetic, you have to pause. Ask yourself, am I falling for her or for the idea she created? Because dark female psychology isn't about darkness itself. It's about the illusion of control. It's about emotional mastery, understanding that feelings can be both a weapon and a shield, and in that balance lies her true power. When he finally walked away, he wasn't angry. He was awakened. He realized she hadn't destroyed him. She had shown him how emotions rule the world. How love isn't always pure. Sometimes it's layered with need, pain, and fear. And how the most dangerous women aren't the ones who scream, but the ones who make you feel seen, then vanish into silence, because silence is her last word. And by the time you understand it, you've already lost the game she never admitted she was playing. She was not the villain. She was the mirror, reflecting everything he didn't understand about himself. That is the dark side of female psychology. Not evil, not angelic, just deeply human and devastatingly powerful.